If you're going to be working so closely with someone, you need to have a sense of likeness, a similar way of thinking. So once they find that person and there's a trust built up over time, it's very hard for them to change.
It's a like-mindedness because the editor is actually involved with the director from the beginning of the process. They discuss the storyline, they discuss the concept, they discuss whether it's a film or a documentary or a TV commercial, what their aim is, what their objective is, and from that they have a kind of like-mindedness on the particular project that they're working with. So in the spirit of actually really, getting it down right, there are a lot of editors that go to set and spend time with their directors. They edit on set, so the director sees the flow of the visual before it's in the final cut stage in the edit room, before they even move into finish. And the added advantage is also, of course, if there's a problem, or a script problem, or a film problem, a shoot problem, that they can fix it there and then obviously it helps in the editing room. What you write as to what you see shot is a very, very different thing, and as to how a character or a personality or a commercial person might interpret it is not the same as what it lands up in the editing room. So basically at the end of the day it has to be a collaboration all the way through, because there's that line that little line, that silver line in the clouds that kind of joins all the visuals together that makes things work.
Often in the brief on the commercial side or even the film side, there is a brief on how the music should work or a preferred track, but these days mostly it's up to the editor. When they're sitting there working with the footage, they will search and try different pieces of music, because the music also dictates the pace and the whole feel and flow to the commercial. So it's really only in that stage of the whole process, when the editor is working on it, that I think those things can be fine-tuned. And I think we all know, if you've watched the making of like Toy Story, the special features, if you watch it without sound and just the voices, really, it's a completely different story. So there's a lot of finessing that comes in, which the editor is generally really on top of, because they're so close when they're working like that.
We all have different tastes in sound. Funny enough, the visual is driven, and we have a clear line of that, but the sound actually is a great dictator at the end of the day of what actually needs to come out emotionally as well. We have footage coming in now, a lot more footage coming in, because we shoot on digital formats. In the old days they would shoot on 35mm films. We'd have 2 hours of footage that would come in. The editor had time to craft, and their 3 days or 4 days were enough. Now we have digital footage, which is 8 to 10 hours of footage coming in. There's no time to craft, and the storytelling really, really is important for all of us at the end of the day. It's what makes or breaks the film, with the director sitting alongside the editor, and they need that time to craft, because it can either be what makes a great commercial, a great film, or not.
For us at Deepend, a way we like working, and our editors definitely like working, is yes, the editing starts happening in the edit suite, but we like to be involved quite long before. We work in a very collaborative way with our directors and agencies, and because it's a process that starts, I think, before, because of the relationship and everyone is on the same page and understanding. So we really do like to work in a more collaborative manner instead of waiting until the edit suite.